Do you watch The Bachelorette at all?
I do.
I love that show.
It's a good show.
I was into The Bachelor, and I guess she was the first runner-up. She got booted off The Bachelor,
right?
And so she got her own show. And
but that dude didn't pick anybody that season.
Yeah,
he left them both hanging.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess that was the season I didn't catch. He didn't pick anybody that season. She was number 2. And he told even number 1 to go away.
Right. Well,
wow.
You know, the two
girls at the end.
The 2 finalists, they both got sent home.
Well, the number 2, I guess, finalist, or one of the 2 that got sent home, now has her own Bachelorette show. And one of the guys that was on the show got booted out last night. Is from right here in Minnesota. Hey, Dan, how do you pronounce his last name?
Hoag.
Hoag.
Dan, it's Ryan Hoag.
My God and I go in the fields together. We walk and talk as good friends should and do.
Well, Christianity is first and foremost in my life. I don't drink. I don't use cuss words. I don't have sex. I'm not going to do that until I'm married. So I have wondered about Deanna in terms of how she'll deal with the fact that I'm a virgin. I don't know how she'll deal with the fact that I hold faith as the number one thing in my life.
All right, so I'm going to bring Ryan in here next. Now, Ryan, a virgin,
that's a big
very Christian. Used to be a Viking. Was on a bunch of NFL teams. Really good-looking guy. And there's a little bit of a Danny Starr backstory that we have. It was a romance that didn't work out.
Right.
Really, and we'll get into all of that next on the B96 Tony Fly Morning Show. All right, it's B96. It's the Tony Fly Morning Show, 7:13.
Partly cloudy today, a high of 62. Right now it's 40.
All right, Danny, Trey, B. Right, me, Tony Fly, the whole family in here Tuesday morning. And last night watched The Bachelorette. And the girl who, Deanna Pappas? Deanna Pappas. Very hot girl. Very hot girl this season. The only local guy that we had in there, Ryan, got booted out last night.
Oh.
Ryan Hoag. Hey, why don't you send Ryan in here? Ryan, very good-looking guy.
Very good-looking.
Used to be with the Vikings. I believe he did some time with the Giants also.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Ryan. Hey,
Welcome.
What's going on, man? Wow, you're tall. Hey, how you doing?
Very
Hey,
tall.
come around over here.
He's skinnier than I thought he'd be.
Yeah. You're real. You're definitely a good-looking guy, Danny. Danny, go ahead.
Definitely a good-looking guy.
For
nice muscles.
Now, our traffic reporter, Josie, she instant messaged me a few weeks ago and said there's this guy that we know. His name's Ryan. And do you know Josie?
I do know Josie.
And she's saying there's this guy Ryan, and he would be perfect for Danny Starr, and I want to set them up.
Wow.
Now, about 3 days after that happened, all these articles started coming out that you're on The Bachelor, and Danny was having no part of that. They're like, oh no, I'm not sharing it. Now that you got booted out last night, did you have like a viewing party at the house or anything like that, Ryan?
Not last night. Just watched it with the family last night.
Watched it with the family last night. How do you think he came off?
Well, other than my horrendous singing.
Yeah, you're
as long as and thanks for playing that on air.
You like that?
Appreciate that. Beyond that, I was happy with what they showed. I mean, I'm really not a confrontationalist as they kind of showed last night.
Yeah, you called Jeremy the D word, it looked like. Is that the word you called him?
Yeah, the vice president's first name.
Right.
Yeah.
And but if they want to bleep that out and consider that swearing, then
either way.
I can
So they bleeped out the D word. They made a big part of the story the fact that you're a virgin. I mean that was the major hook of you being on TV.
Are you still a virgin, or did you go
know,
crazy?
It hasn't changed in the last 24 hours. But that's something that draws audiences in, obviously, and something that's unique to
How old
me.
are you, Ryan?
28.
28 years old. So it fascinates me also. I'll be honest with you. I'm like, as soon as it said that you were a virgin on TV, I hit up Danny. I'm like, he's a virgin. He's
clean.
He's going to be great.
Pure.
Was that a deal breaker for you?
No. It was shocking because you don't find guys like that anywhere anymore. So
Especially good-looking guys is what she said in the instant messenger.
When I'm watching, I'm like, what? So it was shocking. It was good though.
So you're a very religious, very Christian guy. Decided a long time ago that you weren't going to. You were going to wait till marriage.
That's correct.
And isn't that difficult?
Hey, Ryan, can I ask you a personal question?
Absolutely.
Do you practice self-love?
Dear.
You can be honest. We're all about honesty here.
I mean,
on the Tony
I'm
Fly
very
Show.
curious. I mean, a 28-year-old good-looking virgin, you must.
And you were in the NFL, so there's
temptation.
No matter
Right.
no matter
Groupies
where you go,
everywhere.
there's tail everywhere.
League minimum.
Panty droppers.
Got that money.
Got that bread.
I mean, I know you do this for Christian reasons,
Right.
like you said on the show. Is self-love against the Christian belief as well?
Well, you do have to realize that my kids from Washburn High School right now are listening to the show.
Your kids, are you a teacher?
Yeah. I am.
I
And
didn't realize that.
I'm headed there right after this.
Okay, well, then we'll leave that up in the air.
All right. So Ryan's going to tell us off the air, and we'll tell all the adults we meet on the street. I mean, honestly, very admirable, and I could see why they made a big hook of it on The Bachelorette. Do you have any hard feelings? Do you feel like maybe she made the wrong decision after watching the show?
You know, to be honest, there really just wasn't that click that I was hoping for, and I think she would probably attest to that as well. At the end of the day, I'm happy I went on the show, and I did have fun with it. I do think I stack up favorably to at least a couple of the guys that are left of the 12,
Right.
but you know, different strokes, different folks.
Well, Danny is giving you the once over. She's looking at you like you are a piece of prime rib.
Do you like Danny?
What?
No, I'm asking him, Ryan. Do you like Danny at least at first impression?
Oh, she's a pretty girl.
Thank you.
Maybe you guys should hook up.
Hey,
You don't need that.
Yes.
Ryan, you don't need that.
I would mess your whole world up.
What?
There's just too much going on in this world for you, Ryan. Let's keep you holy, boo boo. I might corrupt his whole world.
I have a question. One, and I hate to keep bringing up your virginity,
Right.
but it's fascinating to me. When you do date around, it's got to bother you that the person you're with is not, or do you only date chaste women?
Chaste. No, I've dated both virgins and non-virgins, and you know, it's not something that I necessarily bring out in the first conversation talking to somebody as they, you know, portrayed on the show.
Right.
You know, in an ideal world, I guess my wife eventually would be, but I'm realistic, and how many 20-somethings out there?
I mean, none.
Right.
None of the hot ones, at least.
Exactly.
That's for
So,
sure.
All my girlfriends, to be honest, serious girlfriends have not been. So, and I've been okay with that, and they've been okay with that.
Hey, Tone, I have a question.
Okay.
Ryan, they say a lot of these shows are scripted. A lot of these reality shows are scripted. In your experience, I mean, is it scripted? I mean, did the producers tell you what to say and do?
I would love to answer that question.
I would
off
say
air.
that sounds like
What'd you say?
that looks like a yes to me.
He don't want to answer.
He said he would love to answer that off air.
But he's a teacher and he's got kids at Washburn.
Well, and a $5 million confidentiality agreement.
$5
Very
million.
nice.
Let's go on that date.
He doesn't get the
He doesn't
$5
get the
million,
$5 million. He has to
Danny.
pay it.
See that she goes blind when it comes to money. What?
I just want to know. I mean, so you basically, are you waiting for a freak? I mean, when you do finally jump over that hurdle, are you waiting for somebody to just come through and just tear you a loose, or do you want somebody that's just straight up and down? I just want to know.
What the hell is wrong? You just know how to make every interview uncomfortable.
I just want to
You
know.
really do.
okay,
Like,
Ryan.
he doesn't want that. He's ready
He
for
might.
marriage. You're
He
disgusting.
might want that.
He might want somebody to come
Ryan, I'm
through
sorry.
and
I don't
just-
want to answer for you. Go ahead. Are you waiting for a freak to tear that ass up? To quote my friend D. Right.
You know, I can't say that that's in the forefront of my mind. So.
Okay.
I just want to know.
All right. Just a word of advice from a married guy. Wait for the freak. Okay.
And then marry her.
Ryan Hoag was on The Bachelorette from Lakeville, Minnesota. Where'd you
Minneapolis.
from Minneapolis, Minnesota. They put you on as Lakeville.
I know.
All right. But from Minneapolis, Minnesota, Ryan Hoag was on The Bachelorette last night. He was on the Vikings, NFL dude. Where are you playing now? Are you doing anything
Free
now?
agent. I was with Washington in training camp last year, so we'll see what happens this
All
year.
right, hey Vikings, what are we doing here? We
Come
got
on
a guy right here.
Right.
And he's not going to do all that dirty stuff in the stairwells at Block E. You know what I'm saying? All right. Hey Ryan, thank you.
Yep.
Very
Thanks for
holy.
having me.
All right, it's the B96 Tony Fly Morning Show. Got your Fly Show horoscopes coming up next. Yeah! All right. Here on the B96 Tony Fly Morning Show, we give you the opportunity to avoid prison
Straight up.
with the smackdown.
I appreciate
okay,
that.
sometimes someone deserves it. Sometimes someone does you wrong, and you feel like they deserve to get a smack. Now the thing is, that's illegal. You're not supposed to do that. It's not socially acceptable to walk up to somebody and smack them just because they did you wrong. Here on the Tony Fly Morning Show, we give you an outlet for that kind of aggression with the Monday Morning Smackdown. Somebody did you wrong. 6'5"